Okay, for our next assignment, which is this one, what information do we have? If you look back to your assignment sheet, this information is given on these two views. The top view shows the thickness, 0.25, and the front view shows overall dimension on height and width, and the feature inside that. So to create this one, we will begin with selecting our plane first. Let me go back to open a new file and create a part. On this new part, we're going to begin new sketch on front plane. Right click and select normal to. For this one, the same as the first exercise, I'm going to select center rectangle option because this is the most efficient way to do and quicker way to fully constrain or fully define this sketch by selecting the origin as a center and click a point on upper or lower corner, just one corner. And then you have the rectangle, and you notice the shaded plane appears for SolidWorks and is ready to extrude this after we define the dimensions or define fully all the constraint and dimensions. Smart dimension, add width is 6 and height or depth in this case is 4.5, or height rather, because we're on the front view would be height and width. And now we need to add the depth by going to extrude under the feature, extrude boss, and add the thickness of 0.25 thickness. That gives us the z-axis in this case. Now we have this plate. Next step is to switch to the front view. I'm going to hold control number 4, actually number 1, sorry. Control number 1, give us the front view, or you can select your front view from here as well. And I'm going to begin with creating one of these adjustable holes, which is another mechanical term for that. It's called slot. We go to basically sketch and select under the same rectangle tool. We do have this under the rectangle, you see this little adjustable hole slot picture or icon. And the first one, it says straight slot or center point slot, 3-point, center point arc slot. In this case, we have a straight slot, and that would be selection I'm going to make in this case. And then it's going to ask me for what plane you're going to start. I just click this face here, and now I'm ready to sketch on this face. The first slot that I picked is this one. And then I'm going to pick a point approximately on the lower left corner, and another point defining the next point of this adjustable hole or slot, and then pick another third point to define the size or radius of that. Okay, now we have this shape here, as you see. I'm going to switch our display option style to hidden line so we can see clearly here, as you see what we have. Next, add in the needed dimensions. I'm going to select the thickness or diameter of this by picking 2 points, or you can also define the radius. It's given in this format, which is 0.25 diameter. And also we need to locate the center to center dimension by selecting the 2 center points, which is 2. And now we have defined the size, we need to define the location. We can select the left edge to the center. It's given 0.5. And the right, the top edge or bottom edge, select, and then we select the center. And in other words, the y-axis dimension is 0.5 also. So both 0.5 by 0.5 beginning of that point. And as you notice here is fully defined because we have all the constraints needed for this opening or slot. After that, we go to feature and finish this by extruding cut. Not extrude boss, but extrude cut. Then when you're cutting, make sure that you cut through all, not blind. This one goes all the way through. So all the way through all. Okay, now we have that hole is created. If we switch back to shaded mode, you can see clearly that's what we have already opening on this one. Control 1, back to the front view. Okay, next command or next tool that you're going to apply on the feature option is the pattern. We have several types of pattern. The one we will apply here is the linear pattern, the very first one on the top. We have also circular pattern and other ones. Linear pattern selected. Okay, there are a few things you need to pay attention to here. The first one is the direction 1. We're going to go only one direction this way. So I will pick this edge as a direction 1. As you notice, edge 1 is selected as a direction. The next is the spacing. Spacing right now shows 0.1. I'm going to change that one to spacing between center to center is given 0.5. And the next is to direction 2, which I don't have in this case. I'm going to scroll down until I see this one here. It says features and faces. What do you want to use? So you can select this one under this here, but when you do that, it's much easier to select under the browser. Now, browser is hidden here because it's under that, but still you can see the browser by clicking on this arrow here. And notice all my browsers here. I can pick this second one here, basically. And notice that it's going in the wrong direction. It's selected. So I selected the slot from this menu here, by the way. You could select, I prefer this one because it picks clearly. You can also click on that to select. All right, now to change the direction, all we have to do is just fill up this direction here, direction 1. Okay, it's going up now. The number of holes, adjustable holes, in this case, there are, if you count those, there are going to be 8 of them. If you see that here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 of those. And I'm going to change this one to 8. Yours might be by default showing different number than mine, but this is the area that you would type the number, the distance, and direction that you're going, and the feature that you're going to select under this box here. So now you see 8 automatically created and check mark. So you make sure that you do this one not on the sketch mode, but on the feature mode. There are ways to do on the sketch mode as well, but it's preferred to do this way because it's faster to fully define rather than trying to do all the sketches. And is always the most efficient way to do on the feature most of the time. So just check mark to accept that. So same way we're going to do this one hole here. I can use the hole wizard, which we did in the last one. I'm going to use the circle here. Go to sketch and select the circle tool. Select the face and draw a circle somewhere on the lower right corner, and then add dimension. Diameter is given 0.75. The size and location between the center and one edge is given 1.5. on the horizontal distance, the vertical distance on the y-axis between the center and this bottom edge, you have 1. That's also fully defined, as you see here. Finish the sketch and then go to Feature, Extrude Cut, and Through All. So that hole is created. Now we have the same method that we did on the slots. We do the linear pattern, and then we will select the direction. In this case, this edge is the direction, go in that direction. Again, I need to flip this over to opposite side, and it's still 8 shows because last time I typed 8. Now I'm going to switch back to 3. And 3 numbers, and the spacing between each one, it shows right now 0.5 from the last one. I will change to 1.25. 1.25 spacing, and that should finish that, and it's done. When I create this rectangle, the corners are rounded corners. There are fillets there. I did not add those because, again, I prefer to do this on the feature rather than on the sketch. You could do fillet on a sketch, then you have to pick 2 lines, but this is much easier to do on here. I'll just pick the edge. Go to fillet, select that edge, select the other edge, and make sure that change the diameter or radius in this case to, right, the default is 0.1, supposed to be 0.5. So I change the 0.5, and that is selected. Then just scroll down. I'm using the 3-button mouse. I'm scrolling with this wheel, which is a good way to do with the mouse. It's hard to do with the touch screen. If you're using the laptop touch screen, that's difficult to work with this. Any CAD system is best to use the mouse. So if I have selected all of them correctly, I should have this created. Let me go back to the isometric view by Control 7. And you see that it's created. That's all you need to do. So let's quick review on this one, how we did. We started with the rectangle center option, and then we extruded given the thickness. We came back, added one of these slots, applied linear pattern, and then we did the same way. We created a circle and cut, extrude cut, and then linear pattern with 3 options on the same directions. That completes this assignment. See you on the next video.